trying to get this to work as best I can. I think that's as good as it's gonna get. It's raining even harder now. I'm recording this unlisted. They didn't have the option for private, but I'm gonna edit the video and make it public after I upload it. As you can see, the title is "Oh, Crystalline." Ha ha ha. Laughing emojis. Because that's how I feel about this whole situation. I know that Christelyn Karazin, the bed wench in chief, got her channel, deleted. I watched the Radical Home Sister Ajali. I'll see her video. I see her notification. And Chris Rob, Reality TV, I think he may have done a video. I know Jalen Reloaded did a video about it. I'm waiting for Torian to do a video. Let me see. Maybe I can see it. I don't know. Let's see. No, maybe not. Oh, Nikole's view. Nikole might have done one. But I want to play devil's advocate and say that we should allow Crystalline. We should allow her to say what she wants and have her opinion about things, because she brings a lot of good commentary and insight to certain topics, and she seems to be quite into. Okay, who am I bullshit? Y'all know that's some bullshit. Straight bullshit. Come on. Good. Her channel's gone. Good. As Corey Holcomb says, good. Like, get the hell on. Get the hell out of here. She may, of course, put another channel up there, and I hope that gets taken down too, because women like her, heifers like that, are extremely dangerous. My very first video, I talked about another dangerous heifer. You all know her as Amber Phillips, feminut case in chief. I know her as Black Porky Pig. So these two and many others, sadly, unfortunately, are promoting this anti-black man and essentially anti-black society ideology that is very dangerous, because that ideology can quickly transform into what we see, what Tariq calls a shea butter Twitter. We just saw him going back and forth with Seren, Sensei Ashimatsu. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but I know her as Seren because I watch. If you saw one of my videos where I talked about awesome black content on YouTube, I don't remember the exact title I put, but it's something like that. Awesome black YouTube content or something like that. I mentioned the Grapevine as one of the channels I subscribe to. Seren is on the Grapevine, and she gives her commentary a lot. One particular episode where she gave her commentary, and there's some things that Seren says that I agree with, and there are a lot of things I don't agree with that she says. And it's not always what people say, of course, it's how people say it and how they present their argument. She's very, in my opinion, disrespectful to Carl and disrespectful to Doug. Now, the other dude, I forgot his name, went right out of my head. He's a comedian. There's two comedians on there. There's a dark-skinned dude that's a comedian. He's usually standing up in the back. And there's a light-skinned dude, Mouse, that's sitting down. He has locks. He gives a lot of good commentary. I like him. I like his opinion. I like the way he brings his opinion. And he brings a lot of facts to the table. But he's unassuming. you don't think that he would be the type of person to bring certain facts because of the stereotypes that are out there. Or just looking at his appearance, you wouldn't think, he's tatted up, he got locks, he's kind of loud and boisterous and all that. But he brings a lot of good commentary, and they go back and forth with Seren. One particular episode, we were driving, my boyfriend and I were driving to San Diego, and I was like, okay, do you want to watch something? Maybe we can have a discussion about this, because this is what we do. We have discussions about critical topics, and that was feminism was a critical topic. That was the topic of the video, feminism. He was like, I don't want to hear that bullshit. I was like, let's just watch it. So he's driving, and I was driving going down there, and he was driving coming back. But going down there, we watched the feminism video, and she gave a lot of points that speak to the dangerous environment, the dangerous ideas of feminism, why feminism is dangerous. Basically saying that women can just do whatever the hell they want to do without consequence, and that's not true. There's consequences for every decision you make, just like this fool right here, this Honda, who don't know how to drive in the rain and almost hydroplaned behind me earlier. I saw him in my rear view. Now he driving crazy again. Consequences to every decision you make, good or bad, right or wrong. She made the decision to say that men were wrong for criticizing women for being feminists. And they were given the background of where feminism came from, going down the list. Bell Hooks, Gloria Steinem, Gloria Allred, just, going all the way down the list of it, giving the negative, the positive ideas behind it, but those positive ideas were thrown to the wayside when it came to applying the system of feminism. Because as you know, words with the ISM at the end of it means it is a system. So to me, it's a system of femininity, but they have taken it to a level where they can't go back and retract a lot of these statements. And that includes Seren, when she talked about Bruno Mars saying that he's a cultural appropriator. And that was a recent episode they had. I just found out about the episode because 70 million views put a video up about Tariq Nasheed criticizing her and her criticizing Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars is not white. And it's saying that I will challenge her to find a time where she's criticized white people for cultural appropriation in the same manner and with the same distaste and distrust that she has criticized Bruno Mars. She doesn't do that for a lot of the white artists I noticed, or white just individuals in general. She does not do that. But she went out of her way to say all the things she said about Bruno Mars being a cultural appropriator. You have to remember, him not being white means he's allowed to do the things that he's doing. They could easily take his money away from him tomorrow, and there'd be nothing anyone, white or non-white, could do about it, because the system is still a system run by white people, a system of white supremacy. And I agree with Tariq. I do not agree with Seren on this particular case. And the reason why I'm bringing her up on a video about Christelyn Karazin is because I noticed they have very similar talking points. Crystallines are more detrimental and overt than Seren. But I think in the long run, based on their ages and based on their influence on certain people, because Crystalline just influences the bed wenches, as we know. The bed wenches, coon, mammy, sluts, just want to do what they want to do. I want to fuck a white man. Okay, do your thing. You ain't got to broadcast that to everybody. Everybody don't give a fuck what you do with your pussy. Everybody don't care what you do with your vagina, okay? Go do what you got to do and get out my face, but don't come talking to us in black society when you come back and the white man that did you wrong. You You chose him. Keep your ass over there. So that's Christelyn Karazin. That's her group of brood mayors, you know, that she deals with. Seren has a wider reach. She has a wider platform, wider audience. They talk about a lot of other topics than just fucking and sucking white men and avoiding all black men, and black men are trash and this and that. So she would be more covert. And the ideology that she has for certain topics, including black men in certain instances, and feminism, are more insidious, because you see her as, you know, the homegirl down the block. She's cool, you know, she's hip. I'm doing this for the culture, you know, black fist in the air, vegan this, vegan that. You know, I've been hurt before. I can talk about love. I can talk about relationships. She talks about a wide range of things. That's even more potentially dangerous. It's possibly more dangerous than a Christelyn Karazin, because you know Christelyn Karazin off the bat, you know she's a fucking coon, okay? If you don't, then maybe you are a coon. I don't know. Just saying. But Seren is more intellectual with her bullshit at times. There are things she said that I have thought about, and like I said, I agree with. But there are other things that she does not, that she probably has not fleshed out yet. She probably has not done the internal analysis of it. And she gets emotional. That's another thing that I noticed with Seren. If you watch any of the Grapevine videos where she's there, she gets emotional. When they talked about Africans versus African Americans, they had a 2-part special for that, a 2-part two episodes for that particular topic. She got extremely emotional. I think she was there talking about it. If it wasn't her, it was somebody else who agrees with her a lot. But go back and watch it if you feel like it. Yeah, I see them. I'm not saying that they are the same. I'm saying there are similarities between Christelyn Karazin and Seren. I don't like this song. I'm trying to figure out what this. Oh, MF Doom. Okay. I'm listening to Pandora, and I have it on the Grammatic radio station. I like to listen to different music. I know I've had Odyssey on a couple of my videos lately. I might put Grammatic on there too. He has pretty good music. But yeah, the mindset of some of these women is deleterious and repulsive as well. Look it up. I just heard Jason use that word, deleterious. This is something that's dangerous, something that is insidious, something that is volatile, something that is easily corruptible, like all these little things, all these negative words. There's a negative connotation to something that's deleterious, something that can cause harm or injury. And obviously I'm not talking about causing physical harm, but some of the things that these women say can cause psychological and mental harm. And we have to look at the pathologies of some of these women, like Crystalline, Raquel in Blue, the husky sounding young lady. She sounds pretty husky when she's talking, you know. But I think that there is obvious need for black people to be on code. I don't have a script or anything, so that's why I'm pausing. I'm actually thinking about what I'm going to say before I say it. Obvious reasons to have a code, these two women. And I just heard on Jason Black's broadcast, not only do you have to have a code, you have to be able to enforce your code. And I personally feel like enforcing the code It's something that has to occur quickly and swiftly. It's not something that happens, oh, we're gonna give you a warning. Oh no, this ain't school, this ain't no damn time out. You fuck up, you fuck up. You get a punishment for that. You get criticized for that. You know, I'm all for giving people second chances, but Christelyn Karazin has built her career, has built an empire, has built her brand in media, all those social media. It is a brand. She has built that on the idea that black men are trash and that you shouldn't even deal with them because they're unworthy of our time as black women. And she has support from people like, well, you know who she has support from. I'm not going to say his name because he's a fucking idiot, but she has support from white people. A lot of white people, actually. A lot of white women support her, which I understand that. You know, you tell black women not to date black men, and if the dumb heifers go and listen to you and don't date black men, of course white women gonna jump on that dick. They ain't got no choice. Or they feel like they don't have a choice, or whatever. But yeah, I also feel like there is a space for people who have differences of opinion, but when your difference of opinion includes the harm, neglect, unrightful, unneeded, unnecessary punishment of people who don't deserve it, criticism of people who don't deserve it, outright negative opinions about people who don't deserve it, particularly black men. They don't deserve what she's putting out. Seren, what they're putting out, Seren and Crystalline, I'm talking for both of them right now. They don't deserve that. In this society of all the bullshit black men gotta deal with, you decide to attack them. Black men being the weakest, I shouldn't say weakest, but perceived weakest group in the world, and the least protected group in the world, and you attack them. You on your way to being a white supremacist, an honorary white supremacist, if you say that, if you're doing things like that. But anyway, I'm done talking. I'm on my way home. I'll holler at y'all later. I gotta go talk to some friends about getting some braids done. But y'all have a good one. We'll talk later maybe about it. Peace.